Clown boobs. Yeah.
Clown boobs?
Clown boobs.
Man boobs. Moobs. Moobs.
Moobs. Put my boxers on, one dick at a time.
One dick at a time. You got multiple dicks?
Mm-hmm.
Let's not talk about dicks. I want to talk about dicks on the channel. So why are you wearing those sunglasses, Mike?
Don't worry about why I'm wearing these fucking sunglasses.
Why are you wearing those sunglasses?
Okay, maybe it's who knows?
What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of What's on the Table. And this month, April of 2016, we got some more games to show you.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Alright, well, I'm going to jump in here first. I got a couple of Intellivision games I want to show off. The first one I'd like to show off, Stalker. Now, this one comes complete in box. It was a gift from my wife for my birthday, and I don't know anything about it. You know, looking at it, I don't even know what to make of it. I really don't.
You know what it looks like? You ever play Mr. Do? It's that clown that, like, you know what I'm saying, you gotta throw the ball. It looks like the stage.
I've heard of it. It almost reminds me of like a Pac-Man the way it looks. I haven't even played it yet, so...
We'll find out.
Yeah. The other Intellivision game I got, Burger Time. I was pretty happy to pick this one up. I love Burger Time. I especially like the NES version, but that's not really fair comparing that. You know, the hardware is just so much more powerful than the Intellivision.
That looks like something you eat. I mean...
I've played this one on the Intellivision.
Burger Time.
Really good version. Love it a lot.
I guess I'll lead in here with... I went to the flea market and I wound up picking up two games. The first one I'm going to show is Call of Duty Advanced Wars. I think it's called Advanced War. Advanced Warfare, excuse me. Just to add to the shelf.
Advanced Wars, you might be confusing it with something else.
Yeah, I know. I'm confusing it with an actual good game. The second one I am happy to have, Syndicate for the PlayStation 3. Now, for those of you who don't know, there was a Syndicate that came out before this, and it was for the Sega. It's very interesting. Like, you control a series of robots and a group of robots, and you can do things to them, like power up their arms for certain missions. Like, each of them you can make specialize in a unique area to help you complete the game. Visually beautiful, yeah.
Next thing I want to show here, I had to pick up another one. It's been a little while since I've got one, and it's an amiibo, but I got Ryu. This is really cool to get this. Just add on to the amiibo shelf.
Man, I like those things a lot. But you know what? Yeah. I already got a little bad habit of my own.
Yeah, I know you do.
Two PlayStation 2 games. I got both from the, well, one from the flea market. The other one I shopped online to get. Very happy to have both of them because I've been wanting both of them for a long time. The first one is Soul Reaver 2. Now, this game is the continuation of Soul Reaver 1 for the PlayStation, and it's the Legacy of Kain series. This is a very, very good game. There's a lot of plot twists in this game. Like, this is probably the king of plot twists. The second game that I picked up was The Nightmare Before Christmas, Oogie's Revenge. I'm very happy to have this.
I never played that one.
Yeah, no, they say it's supposed to be like, I looked up the review on it, and they say it's supposed to be like a Devil May Cry game, and from what I was watching, it does hold up. Very happy to have this one. Another good one for the shelf.
Hell yeah. Alright, well, I'm going to jump in here next with my NES pickups for the month, and I got two of them, and they're both pretty cool. Another gift from my wife. I got this for my birthday, and it's The Adventures of Dino Ricci. Now, the box is in incredibly good shape. There's like no creases on it whatsoever. It's even got the little hang tab in there. Now, I don't really know anything about the game. Actually, by looking at it, it kind of, you know, I haven't played it yet. It looks like Star Tropics. It's just got a similar look to it. Really happy to have it. It's not complete. It's missing the manual, but it's got everything else, so and the box is nice.
I'd rather have the box anyway.
The next one I want to talk about is a game that's really important to me. It's a game I play at Robot City all the time when their arcade machine is up. And this version's a little bit different, but I picked up a complete in-box, perfect copy of Gyrus. Now, if you don't know what Gyrus is, this is kind of like, in my opinion, like Galaga on crack. You're in a spaceship, and you circle around the whole screen shooting inward. It's almost like a Tempest-style kind of game.
The artwork on the front looks amazing.
Yeah, it's great. And while this isn't an exact port of the arcade game, the music is awesome, and the gameplay is very faithful. It's a neat take on it.
I really like that outer shell that's on the case right now.
I picked this one up on eBay and it had the outer shell come with it. And now that I see how nice these things are, I'm gonna have to try and hunt some down.
Okay, I got a couple of NES pickups too. All of these were from the flea market.
Yeah.
And I'm happy about all of them.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
Alright, so the first one I'm going to show off is Ninja Turtles, the arcade game.
Everyone's gonna hate me for this. I'm not a big Ninja Turtles fan. It was on in the 90s when I was growing up. I just didn't watch it, but I did play that, and that's a really cool game.
I was a big Ninja Turtles fan, so I'm definitely happy to have this.
Yeah.
This is not I had the first Ninja Turtles. Anyway, moving along, I also wound up getting Robo Warrior. Now, I don't know nothing about this game, but I looked up a review on it, and it looks pretty good, so I'll be excited to dive into this later.
I have that game myself, and I just never really played it. The cover looks great. I don't know why. Probably because I got it in a lot or something like that. And
I mean, one day when we're game surfing, like looking for
Yeah.
a game to review, we can probably like just check this one out and see how it plays, and
Yeah,
maybe you can
definitely.
score a review. Now, the last NES pickup, I'm real excited to get. I wound up getting it with the other two for a deal.
before you even say it, I just want to say that I hate him for this. I hate you for this so bad because this is my favorite game on the NES of all time.
I'm not gonna lie, like when I got it, I already knew what it was, and I knew that he was gonna be the first one to say something.
Oh,
You can know that just if I ever get rid of this, he of course is gonna be. He's the guy that I'm gonna get rid of it too. So
I'm gonna have to strike up some sort of a lucrative trade here.
Which you got a lot of lucrative things.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's Maniac Mansion, sealed, unopened, in pristine condition. I wound up scoring this at the flea market. The guy wanted $50 plus paying for the game.
Hang tab and all.
Yeah, I wound up bringing it down to $30 for the Maniac Mansion, and I wound up paying $2 for the other two games.
I don't know how well the picture does it justice, but it is in absolutely perfect condition. I mean, pristine. And it's even got the price tag on it. It doesn't say the name of the store. I kind of wish I knew where this came from. $49.99. So games really haven't gone up so much since the day, and you would have gotten your money's worth out of this one, definitely.
Yeah, I looked online to see if there were like American copies that were sealed.
I never see them.
I found PAL versions.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? So I'm very happy to have this.
What can I say? I envy him for it. And, well, good for you.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
He doesn't mean it.
Oh, man.
You hear it?
My Super Nintendo pickups of the month. Just 2 games, once again. And the first one is actually a game that I've been on the lookout for a long time now. Battletoads and Double Dragon. The Ultimate Team.
That's great. I love that. Like, I had the Sega version. And the Sega version was my favorite. Although it was my favorite version, you know what I mean? It definitely looks better on the Super Nintendo.
I have the Sega version, and that's the one I played the most. I just got used to it. I like that gritty sound to it. And I always wanted to get this one so I could find out, because I'm a big Super Nintendo fan, if you can't, already tell. I always wanted to pick this one up and see for myself exactly how good it was or how it stood up to the Sega. I've got my complaints with it, but I also, I like certain things about it better. So, I'm just really happy to have it. This next one I picked up, I got it on an eBay auction. It was a game that I was looking for. Mike introduced it to me, and it's a really good game, really good. I'm kind of sad I missed out on this one for all these years, and that's Cybernator.
Oh my god, I love that game.
Yeah, I do too, actually, now spending a little time with it. And what's cool with this one is the seller sold it with one of these nice little makeshift SNES hard clamshell cases.
You look at these, the way these are, how these are made, and you think like, yeah, you know what? These are nice display pieces.
Yeah.
They should have made them like this all this time ago. I mean, like, yeah, there's some nice Nintendo boxes. This is cool. Like, you know what I mean? This is what you know what I mean? It won't break, rip, nothing, like, as long as you keep it nice.
That's what they should have been coming in the whole time. Sega had it right. It's just nice to have something like this. Super Nintendo boxes are pretty cool, but they're fragile. They're hard to find. They break. Most people threw them out.
Once they're bent, they're bent.
Yeah,
you can't
there's
do
no
nothing
coming
about
back.
it. Well, to match your Cybernator, I wound up picking this game up from the flea market, and Cybernator is the prequel to this game, Target Earth, for the Sega Genesis. Now, I looked up this game, and it's supposed to be fun. Like, the way they say is that you gotta be patient.
I want to see this one because we've yet to play this one yet. He just picked this one up recently, and I'm curious to know because if it's anything like Cybernator, I want to see it.
What's funny is that, like, you look at the game, and there's really nothing special about there's no artwork or nothing. It's just,
Some Genesis games were like this. Wings of War was another one that had that white label.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I have a couple more that I want to show off here, and I saved these ones towards the end. I happened to pick up a couple more Vectrex games this month, and if you didn't see the last month's video, definitely check that out. But the Vectrex is a huge deal to me. And this is the game that made me want one in the first place, because I'm a huge fan of it as it is anyway. Berserk. It's kind of a simpler version than the Atari 2600. It's a much more simple version, but it's probably the coolest way I've ever played this game. This box is in really good shape, but it did come complete and at a really good price too. The next one, this one's a little more valuable. Managed to pick up Spike, complete in box. Well, this game is really cool. I played it a few times since I've had it, and Spike is supposed to be like the mascot to the Vectrex, or not a lot of people know what the Vectrex is anyway, so I'm not surprised that, you know, I didn't hear this, a lot of people didn't. It's a really cool game, and what's even better is the Vectrex talks. It even says, Spike speaks. The voices get annoying before too long, but just kind of, you know, got that out of our system. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you know, sometimes, you know, that just happens, you know what I mean? The last piece of my pickup, very happy to have this. This is a bad habit that I have. Yes, this is a habit because I am a sucker for model kits and Japanese anime. I'm a mech fiend. Tom grabbed Cybernator, and I wound up grabbing, as a coincidence, the Valken. Jake is the main character of Cybernator. The mech that you play in, this is the exact mech. I am very, very, very happy to have this. It actually cost a pretty penny too.
I know how you are, NRFB. But someday, right, you're gonna put these things together.
Oh yeah, no, like, you know, once I get a glass display case, you know what I mean, I'm going to start putting my models together and putting them up for display. I can't wait.
In the past, Mike once criticized me about the video games that I buy. Said something about, why do you spend the money on them, because most of them just sit there and you don't use them. I looked at him like, really? You're gonna talk to me about that when you don't even take these things out of the box? You buy toys.
They're models, you bastard.
My last pickup of the month. And I say pickup, but it was really a gift, once again, a gift from my wife, but an Intellivision, complete in box. You know, it's not something I was expecting. It's not something that I told her I wanted. I have a good wife. She just, you know, went out and got this thing for me. And, you know, the fact that she knew well enough to get it in the box, too, you know? It actually inspired me to make an entirely new retro TV stand. I got, you know, an old VCR, old Panasonic VCR. I busted out my old Panasonic 20-inch TV. You know, these old consoles only output in RF coax, and it goes into the VCR, comes out in composite, but it's still better than RF, or it's as good as it's going to be. I can at least capture it, is what I'm trying to say.
You know, I gotta say, it's so crazy how well old sticks to old as far as technology.
Yeah.
Like, it works, like, look at that. Now you can record it because of a VCR. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Know, that's the funny thing too, is I'm not even using it to watch tapes or anything, just using it for its input and output capabilities, which is great. It's a good use of old technology.
Yeah.
That's the pickups for the month, and you know, I hope you enjoyed watching it. I'd like to give one shout out here, and I'd like to, you know, divert everybody's attention from this video, at the end of this video anyway, to the Mile High Game Hunters. I've been watching these guys for a little bit now. They actually started supporting our channel before I ever found out. That's how I found out about them. Now, these guys are out in Denver, so you know it's legal out there.
Hell yeah.
Or I don't know if it's Denver. I know it's Colorado. I don't know if it's Denver. But anyway, good for them. I know they're living it up on camera, you know.
Shit, let us be out in Denver. I hope to meet them someday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just out for a rip, are you, bud?
Check out their videos. A lot of fun to watch. The guys do their shit really well. I mean, it's a lot like the Game Chasers. These guys, they go out, they show you what they find, where they find it, and, you know, what kind of deals they get. The guys make us laugh, so, I mean, definitely check out their videos. Couldn't recommend it enough.
Looking forward to more of them.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, if you like what we do, please subscribe. Please hit that like button. It always helps. Hey, it's been real.
I don't got nothing to add to it, so